Bryce Drew. And, Coach, overall thoughts on this when you get the victory back in the win column, always a good thing.
Yeah, I thought our defense was much better. I was happy with our defensive effort, especially I thought we had a bad stretch at the 10-minute to 5-minute mark of the second half. But for the most part, besides that, I thought we defended really well, held them 37%, 30% from three, and 25 turnovers. So did a really good job there. Points off turnovers, that was a big difference. Turning 25 over, you'd like to score more than 26 points. But, again, I thought that was a really positive in the game.
Yeah, is that one of those things that you feel like has been missing? Because you had that great pace through the winning sections of this season, and some of that fast break opportunity has gone away unless you're creating those turnovers.
Yeah, a big part is your first three steps, getting out and getting pace and getting distance. And again, I thought we've been a lot better the last two games than we were a few games ago. And then at the end of the day, someone's just making good decisions at the end. Having your head up and finding an open man, and that's something we got to get better at. We got to get our head up so we can see guys. I think we're missing some points in transition because of that.
Coach, a little shakeup in the starting lineup, maybe some different rotations. Did you kind of figure some things out? Was that the point for that shakeup, or did it work out for you?
Yeah, it's tough. 130 games with some of these guys last year, and I care for these guys a lot, and so it was some tough conversations. I just thought a change was needed for some individuals for certain reasons, and I was happy with how they responded. Thought they played well tonight, and I thought the guys who started gave us a good burst to start the game.
You mentioned that first half, especially defensively, 15 turnovers. It seemed like the energy and the intensity was higher. You were making deflections. You were causing shot clock violations. The rotation movement was better.
Yeah, I thought, Luke was a big part of that, and I thought, Colin was a big part of that. I thought they got their hands on balls, thought they were active. They contested shots. I think Luke's just been fantastic. Luke's played great our last two games, and, he was excellent tonight, and he's just so active, with some blocks, getting some steals, and he's just shooting the ball at a really high level right now.
Coach, it felt like at the beginning of the season, as you're playing without Duke and moving some and Ty and moving some, Luke was in some different. But once he kind of got back to his normal spot, he's been the most consistent guy. It seems like
he has. He's been really, really good. He makes some plays on the floor that you need. Some of the hustle plays, deflections, like you said, blocks, offensive rebounds. He does a great job finding positions on the baseline to be available. To catch passes and score, and so really pleased, with how he's playing, and some other guys. Again, I think they're still finding their rhythm, it's nice to have a game that guys could play together and we could win. Winning feels a lot better than losing, but it's still obviously is a work in progress.
A lot of the outside focus obviously is on Ty and Grant Foster's game. Is so much of that just revolve around his perimeter shot right now? Because you look at what he did inside the arc tonight, and he was kind of his old efficient self and getting to the free throw line, and he came up with steals on defense and did other things.
Yeah, much better. I thought he was much better getting to the rim tonight. He missed a couple threes early, and we talked, and we were like, hey, get the ball to the rim. And thought he did a good job not settling and probing and getting in there. Thought he made some good passes. Had a couple assists tonight.
Coach, Caleb Shaw got his first career start at GCU, 10 points, 4 boards, good shooting, 3 of 4. We talked about him early, a very aggressive player, sometimes a bit out of control. It feels like the last few games he's been more aggressive, but kind of within the context of what you're wanting to do.
Yeah, he's really talented. He's really aggressive going to the rim. What you said, passing is one of the things, he's really been working on to try to limit some of those turnovers. So, for the most part, I thought, tonight was significant improvement. In that area.
What are you seeing? I mean, you try Mekhi Williams in the starting lineup. What are you seeing from him of late? Because, the shot is obviously part of his DNA. He was top 20 in the nation last year, but even finishing at the rim is difficult right now for him.
Yeah, Mekhi's been started the season super hot for us and played great. And, he did tweak his ankle a week ago, and I think that has his speed out there isn't quite the same. But we have great confidence in Mekhi. Mekhi wants to do so well, and I think some of the results of sometimes when he doesn't make plays out there is because he is trying so hard. And he's young. He's a sophomore. He's going to have some great games this year for us, and hopefully Sunday will start a great stretch for him.
Yeah, speaking of Sunday, that St. Louis team kind of going through a similar thing, trying to expect it to be better than their 6-5 record, but a lot of firepower there with Avila back in the lineup and Jimerson. What do you think of St. Louis and the short turnaround with a Sunday afternoon?
Yeah, it's really interesting. They the two best players from Indiana State, when they win 32 last year, 33, something like that. The two best players are there, and then St. Louis kept their best players. The all-time leading scorer in St. Louis history is still there. And so, rhythm is such an important thing, and they're a really good team. They're really talented. Again, I like our team a lot, and, we expect a really high-level game on Sunday.
Hey, Coach, congrats on the victory. The great Bill Parcells once said in a press conference, I'd rather learn from winning than losing. So
100%, 100%. He's a legend and Hall of Famer for a reason because of quotes like that. So we would definitely rather learn this game than the previous two. So we will enjoy this, and we will get locked in for Sunday because, again, it's going to be a really high-level game.
Congrats on the victory. We'll see you back here Sunday, Coach.
Thanks, those fans.
That's head coach Bryce Drew with his thoughts after this one. And